So, how is it that Edgar Allan Poe became a famous author, and what was the message that he was trying to give? Well, his message definitely it was to give the world the story that they want. He would try to write specifically for his audience and continue on the stories that were doing the best in the end. So, a summary of a two of Edgar Allan Poe's stories are in the story Annabel Lee. He basically shows through poetry all the main important parts of a person's life and how it is best to deal with them, like through sorrow and just big emotions and parts of life like that. In The Telltale Heart, he shows how, like, basically a crazy person might try to think and what they will do when shown a certain scenario, as well as how they think of themselves as well. Not just how people might view the world like that, basically. How they're called crazy people for a reason. Now, Edgar Allan Poe in his actual life, well, the first thing was he was an alcoholic. And basically, he also went to do the US military for about 2 years, coming back only because he found out that his caretaker that he had started to form a bond with, a very strong bond, was dying. And once she died, the husband that he didn't really get along with, it was actually his grandfather, basically, he remarried pretty soon, actually, after the death. And it was speculated that he did so to spite Poe. And as the husband, it's not far fetched because the husband later cuts ties with Poe. Now, Poe would usually go about doing his genres in mystery, horror, or sometimes, very sometimes, sci fi. Now, an example of this is The Telltale Heart, which is a horror story that he did. And it gives a sort of vibe for keeping you on the edge of your seat and thinking, oh boy, what's going to happen next? And also afraid of what's going to happen next. Like, it can suddenly just feel like something just horrific just happened, but then it would also make it in a calm manner that horrific thing about that horrific thing, and even like something even worse could even happen is basically what that sort of thing's saying. Now, finally, why is it that he decided to do horror and mystery and sci-fi in the first place? Well, basically, like, he simply wanted to give his audience something that they wanted. He wouldn't just put random genres and go with that. He would see what worked with his audience through the sales, and then he would continue the stuff that did well. Like, basically, like, he just got the most results from it, and he went with that. And it's probably the case because he was so good at horror and mystery and all that. And he was so good at this sort of thing that he was even deemed father of horror.